when you sign up to become a policeman, you take an oath to protect and serve. You take an oath to ensure that you do everything in your power to ensure that Saint Lucia remains safe and peaceful.
Across Saint Lucia, concern is mounting as more residents speak out about their growing fear and frustration over how police are handling death threats. Many say their cries for help are being ignored, sometimes until it's too late. In one recent and troubling case, an individual allegedly reported being threatened by someone who explicitly said they would kill him. Despite the severity of the claim, there's no indication that police took any urgent or meaningful action to protect him. It was later reported that he died. Unfortunately, this is not an isolated incident. Families across the island are sharing similar experiences, visiting police stations, filing reports, and pleading for protection after receiving repeated threats. In many of these cases, they say their warnings were dismissed or not taken seriously. One particularly heartbreaking case earlier this year involved a mother and daughter from Olio. They went to the police multiple times, warning her husband was being threatened by his own brother. Despite their repeated visits, no preventative measures were taken. Eventually, their worst fears were realized. The man was killed not by a stranger, but by the very person they warned authorities about.
We made several reports. And the police said they were coming, but they never showed up.
You made several reports about harassment?
Yes. They told him that the man used to threaten him, say he'll kill him and kill his family. And they said they would have come up, but they never came.
Stories like these have shaken public trust in the justice system and left many Saint Lucians feeling like the system is failing them. In a recent public address, Minister for Crime Prevention Norbert acknowledged the growing public outcry. He reminded the nation that when police officers take their oath, they commit to doing everything within their power to protect the public. He stressed that failing to take death threats seriously is not just a lapse in judgment, it is a neglect of duty. According to the minister, there are laws in place to hold officers accountable in such situations.
The commission has a responsibility to ensure that there's an investigation, and whoever is culpable or whoever is court culpable has to be dealt with. It is considered to be neglect of duty. There is legislation to deal with that. The police has the legislation and they have the authority to deal with that. So that has to be dealt with on the ends of the police, because they have, and the commissioner has a disciplinary unit or complaints unit whereby individuals can go make reports. There are investigators working there who deal with these matters, and if the police is found culpable, there are certain actions that can be taken, so much so that the police officers can be fired. And we've had instances here, several instances here, where police officers have been fired because of neglect of duty.
But for many citizens, words are no longer enough. As Saint Lucia continues to deal with rising crime and concerns about public safety, the lack of decisive police response to death threats is emerging as a dangerous and demoralizing trend, one that residents say urgently needs to change before more lives are lost. Chloe Dantes, NBC Prime.